Manawa mai e te pūtanga o te Matariki, manawa mai e te ariki o te Rangi, manawa mai e te mātahi o te tau, Manawatia a Matariki ki a koutou, nau mai haere mai ki te wānanga o Rakuraku. Kia ora. Awesome team. It is Matariki time, so Manawatia Matariki, greeting to the new year, the Maori new year. What a time to celebrate. Hope you are remembering the loved ones who are passed on, the year that is gone, celebrating what you have today with whānau, as well as looking to the future as what it is for this time of year for Maori. We've got a song here which we're going to do today, which is based around that, called Matariki e ara e by Rahera Davies. Ngāmihinui ki a koe te rangatira for your song. What a beautiful Waiata. And so we're going to be touching on this one. Just a disclaimer, for the translation, I've put in the equivalent English names, but those aren't directly translated. So to say like Tupuanuku and Tupuarangi to be Atlas and Pelio and all of that, it's not a direct translation, it's just what Maori have called those names. Also with this, remember that with all maramataka, each iwi will have a slightly different version of what they do, how they go about it, what songs they sing, and what star do they actually recognize, as some will be puanga, others might be rehua, and some might be our tūtahi, which are all different stars within our night sky here in Aotearoa. But what it is at the end of the day is coming together and remembering those who have passed, your year that's passed, looking ahead and celebrating what you have today. So let's get into this one, Matariki e ara e, let's go. Alright team, so for this song it is in the key of C. Now I'm going to keep this in the open chord position just to make it a little bit more accessible and easier, but there is a version that I have heard that is in the key of D, which is all good too. It's still the same progression through in terms of numbering or the chords that they use and for that key. So it would be a 1, a 5, a 6, a 3, and a 4. There is also a G minus, there's also a minor 7th chord in there as well on the 5th. Just once around in the jam track that I've created. But yeah, so we're just going to play this in the key of C, keep it accessible, but if you do have a capo, please feel free to put that on the 2nd fret if you would like to. Now, C. This has some interesting voicings for some of these chords. What chord that they start with, or what chord that they use for C, is a C over G. So with a C, we would usually have this here, which is just slightly a little bit more thin. With a C over G, we have that there. Now, this doesn't actually technically make the chord any different in terms of what notes do you use. It just changes the voicing in which you use them, which can be important for some particular types of music, just to get a certain kind of sound out of it. So with the chord C, you have 3 notes to make that chord up, which is a C, an E, and a G. So that's the 1, the 3, and the 5 of the C major scale. So you have your C here, which is on the 3rd fret of the A string, or the 5th string. So that's your C. Right below that, you have your E, which is your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. And then on, you have the open G, which is the 3rd string. So those are your 3 notes. And then when you come up the top here, you've got another C, and then another E note right up here on the high E string. And so that's just a regular C. Now with the C over G, which is usually written out as C/G, you want to add in a G note, which is this one here, which is the 5th, the third fret on the 6th string with your 3rd finger. And you get that sound there. And you strum all 6 strings of the guitar. So with this one, you're just going to add that one with your 3rd finger, and then your pinky, your 4th finger, is going to replace where your 3rd finger was on a regular C. So you should have 3rd fret of the low E or the 6th string, and 3rd fret of the A string there with your pinky. Alright. Cool. Now for this intro, what's it going to do? It's just going to go from that C over G to a G minor 7. And then that G minor 7 is going to lead you into an F. So we've got an extension chord coming up there with a G minor 7. it's just a straightforward 4/4, and it's 146 BPM is how fast we're going to be doing this, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, it's as straightforward as. Remember with our strum, right hand nice and relaxed, nice loose wricks. Don't really want to be straining and showing off the muscles. And we just go. Alright, remember with me, I don't actually use a pick, and I just glide it along the fingernail of my index finger and then just on the nail of my thumb as I come up. So I'm doing this motion here. And I shouldn't be straining, and it might take a little bit of practice to get that down. Right? Down, up. Down, up. Just start with that first. And then eventually, as you go down, up, chug, give it another strum on the up with your thumb. And just get that down first. Down. Right? So just go down, up first. And then the accented chug. And then just do that for the first bit. And then if you want to work on the strum afterwards to include the next bit, right? Just to get that up strum on that fourth stroke. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And you can just, as you get that, build it up. Cool? Alright. So that's going to be the strum pattern right throughout. Cool. So we're just going to go with the C over G. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go into that G minor 7. G minor 7, you'd usually play it as a bar chord like this, which you can do if you want to, which is just barring the 3rd fret and then getting the D note on the 5th string, 5th fret on the A string there with your 3rd finger. And you can just do that if you want to, and you're still going to get it. The way that I play it in this one is I put my 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, or the low E, and then I actually have it muting the A string, so you don't actually hear it. You have that sound. And then I bar the 3rd fret with my 3rd finger across the D, the G, the B, and the E. So the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th string on the 3rd fret, and you should get that there. Right? And then that's going to lead us to an F chord, which is all good because that's what this chord has. But in this case, we're going to go with a G minor 7. And because it's a dominant 7, you have an F note in there as well. So then it leads us nicely back into the 4 chord of C major, which is the F. Now, the way that you see me play the F here, even though I'm going to leave it on the charts as just a regular bar chord, which you can play, what I do is I play like that C over G, but I move my 2nd, my 3rd, and my 4th finger down. So I've actually got my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. My 4th finger is on the 3rd fret of the D, or the 4th string. And then my 2nd finger is on the 2nd fret of the G. And then my 1st finger is on the 1st fret of the B. And then I mute the high E by just lightly touching it with my 1st finger here. Right? And then that's your F. And then I do what the Jimi Hendrix thing, which is I bring my thumb over the top, and then I put my thumb on the 1st fret of the low E, and then that gives me the F. Right? Now the reason for that I play it in this way is because I want to play like an F sus2, which is just lifting off the 2nd finger off that 2nd fret of the D string. Of the G. Like that. Right, and you get that sound out of it. So yeah, so I'm actually playing now a G, which gives me the sus2. So I'm no longer adding in the third, which is an A. An A note of F is the third of an F chord. And I'm now lifting it off to get like a sus2 sound. And I usually hammer on with this, so I go... So you get that, very much like a country thing, country western music. So we're going to play that F for a little bit, and we're going to go Matariki, then go to G, Matariki, cool. So we're going to go to G after that, so just a regular G, but this time you can just play it in the normal textbook way, which is third finger on the third fret of the low E, second finger on the second fret of the A or the fifth string, and then your pinky right up the top here on the high E third fret. Playing all 6 strings. You can do that and it'll be fine because it's just a straightforward G. The way that I play it in this, because you'll see my fingers kind of relax off of my first and second, I'm just playing the third fret of the low E, and then I'm actually playing the third fret of the B string, and I touch the string below, so the A string with my third finger here, and then same with my fourth finger up the top there. So I'm really getting these strings here: the low E, the G, the D, the G, and the B string. So I don't get the first string or the fifth string, because I'm touching them with these fingers. So that's why I get this. Now the reason why I do that is it's just a habit that I've created myself when I do play G chord, and it opens up another option for me. So you'll see me do this, and then I will lift my pinky off and then go to that high G, and then sometimes I will play like an add 11. That's like a add 11 with a 6 as well. But that there. Right, so I actually put my finger, my first finger on the first fret of the B string, and that adds the 11th note. Cool. So yeah, again, country western kind of vibe. Alright, so you got the G, and then you're going to go back to C, the C over G, and then you're going to use the G one more time in that intro to bring it back around to go back to the 1 chord. Alright, and then we're into the main part of the song there. So we'll play just that intro part. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to G7, G minor 7, and F. Matariki, Matariki, te mātahi o te tau, te kohina whetu I te umao, Rangi nui, e piataata mai ana. Alright, so for the main part of the song, it's just a simple the 1 chord, so that's C over G. Then we're going to G. Then we're going to go to A minor. Now A minor is the relative minor of C major. So we've got our first finger on the first fret of the B string, or the second string. First fret there. Second finger is on the second fret of the D string, and third finger is on the second fret of the G. And you're not gonna play the low E here. You're only just gonna play those ones there. So you got A minor. Then you're gonna go to E minor, which is just second finger on the second fret of the A string or the fifth string. Third finger on the second fret of the D string, and you're gonna play all 6 strings. And that's the third chord of C major. Right, so we're going to I'll go back to the start of the verse. So, te mātahi o te tau, G, to the we're going to go to that F. And for the Rangi Nui part, o Rangi Nui. So on that o, uma o, you hold the F for a little bit longer, alright? I te uma o Rangi Nui. And then on the Rangi Nui is when you change to G. Alright, so that's that at 11 that I was doing. So what's going to happen with the verse is that you're going to go from the C to G to A minor to E minor to F, hold it, then to the G, then back into piataata, back to C, over G, back to G, to A minor, and to E minor, to F, to G, and then to C, and then turn around on G again. Alright, and so that was with the piataata mai ana, so the second part of that verse as well. So when you get to the e te uma o Rangi Nui, e te uma o, on that o, you're going to hold that F for a little bit longer, and then you're going to go to G once you get to Rangi Nui. Then you start again on the verse with e piataata mai ana. So you go e te uma o F Rangi Nui, G, now back to the start, piataata mai ana, to the G, A minor, da to E minor, and to the F, to the G, and to the C, and turn around on G. Ko tupu a nuku, ko tupu a rangi, ko waiti waita, waipuna rangi, uru rangi e. And that's pretty much it for most of it, right? So just on that last part, so when we go to e piataata mai ana, you're going to C, to G, to A minor, to E minor, and to F. So it's the same as the first part with te mātahi o te tau. But then what happens is that you're going to go to G. So you're not going to hold that F for as long. You're going to move straight to G, and you're going to go e te tau mari e. Then you're going to resolve it back to the 1, so back to the C chord, the C over G. And then you're going to come back to the 5th chord, which is the G. And then so once you get to ko tupu a nuku, ko tupu a rangi, what you're going to do is you're going to start the next chord pattern, which just doesn't play that E minor for the first part. So it just goes C, ko tupu a nuku to G, tupu a rangi to A minor, T, waita, hold the A minor. And then on that waipuna rangi is when you change to the F. Waipuna rangi to G, uru rangi e. And then resolve back to the 1. So you're going ko tupu a nuku, ko tupu a rangi, ko waiti waita, waipuna rangi, uru rangi e. And you do that again. Ko tupu a nuku, ko tupu a rangi, ko waiti waita. And we go to the F, to the G, and back to C and G. Now when it goes ko puhutu kawae, so when we go to the bridge, now you're going down to the F. So you're going ko puhutu kawae, up to G. Now you're going to go to E minor. Ko hiwa e te rangi to A minor. E. Alright, so for ko puhutu kawae, the bridge part, we're going to go from F up to G to E minor to A minor. Then we're going to play F to G back to the home chord and playing C and turn around back onto the G. Alright, so we're going to go from that ko puhutu kawa. Alright, so from the bridge. 1, 2, 3. Ko hiwa e te rangi e Matariki e ara e. Then back up to the top. Mātahi o te tau, te kohina petu I te uma Rangi nui, e piataata mai ana, hakatata I te rangi, te motu ana I te tau. Now, for the last part there, just for that last outro, so once you go through the verse one more time, and you get to right at the end of the verse, you just go back to that Matariki, e ara e, which is just going back to the F, right? Back to that intro. So, Matariki, e ara e. And I add in an A minor, because I do that twice just with the jam track. So I add in an A minor just to go back to the F after that. Matariki. Then I stop. Matariki. E ara. And then you just end on the C over G. E ara. E. Now the beautiful thing about chords is that when you finish off a song, as long as you're holding the chords and playing the strings that you know that you're supposed to play. So with the C over G, you can play all 6 strings. But if you're just playing a straight C, don't play below E. Don't play that G, that bottom G, right? And you can just pick randomly those notes and then just end it on a strum. And it will always sound beautiful because all of those notes within the chord work within it. That is us for another lesson. So, hope you enjoy the jam track. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, follow for more content as we got more content coming up. Manawatia, Matariki. Hope you have a great and awesome time as well as be good over this time. All the best, Pūtātara. Let's go.
Tahi, rua, toru, wha. Matariki, e ara e. Te mātahi o te tau, te kohinga whetu I te umao. Rangi nui, e piataata mai ana, Manawatia I te rangi. E tohu ana I te tauhau Māori e. Ko tuku anuku, ko tuku arangi, ko waiti Waiata. Waipuna rangi, ururangi e. Ko tuku anuku, ko tuku arangi, ko waiti Waiata. Waipuna rangi, ururangi e. Ko puhutu kawae, ko hiwa I te rangi e. Matariki e ara e. Te mātahi o te tau, te kohinga whetu I te umao. Rangi nui, e piataata mai ana, wakaata I te rangi, e tohu ana I te tauhau Māori e. Matariki